Okay, hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be building my book cart. I'm so excited. My book cart has come in the mail. Oh, hold on, I want to close the door. Today we're going to build my TBR cart, and we're also going to make my TBR prompt jar. And TBR stands for to be read, so that's just any book that I haven't read yet. Some of my favorite booktube videos to watch are the TBR jar picks my monthly reads videos. If you're deep on booktube, you know the lore. But basically I have this utility cart here that I'm going to build and use to put all the books that I haven't read yet on, and then once I read them and finish them, I'll move them to my bookshelf, which will be like a little reward for finishing the book. So let's go ahead and get building so we can put some books on this thing. Okay, so my cart that I got is this like mint green. It's so loud. It's like this mint green color. So I am feeling ready and able to tackle the assembly of this shelf, though I don't believe it came with a single set of instructions. I see not even a piece of paper, so
it's gonna be so bad.
Wish me luck. We have located some instructions, so. And this utility cart also comes with wheels, so I'll be able to roll it around. I got this one on Amazon, and I'll link it down below if you guys want this same one. Okay, there are 3 different shelves in here that are like nested, so I want to stay organized because I would imagine the smallest one goes on the top. Shelf. Time for shelf number 2. I think we just rinse and repeat because they're the same for all 3 shelves, so. Okay, it's coming together. Last shelf. Here she is in all her glory, all finished. It is spinning on its wheels that I affixed. So I think that means it's time to start putting some TBR books on here. I don't know how I want to organize my TBR on this cart quite yet. I think what I will end up wanting to do is once I decide on my monthly TBR. So right now when I'm filming this, it's towards the end of July. So for example, my August TBR, I think I'll want to put on the top. But because I don't know my August TBR yet, I haven't picked it out, I'll probably just organize it however makes sense to me right now. That's kind of my vision, but we'll just see as I start putting books on what makes sense. I think for now I'm gonna put my hardcovers and just any kind of chunkier books on the bottom. So to get started, we have Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. I'm really excited to hopefully read Fourth Wing in August. So we'll do Fourth Wing and then we'll do Iron Flame. I also have Divine Rivals as a hardcover. This is another fantasy, so I feel like it makes sense to go next to Fourth Wing, so I'll put that one down there. And then another hardcover I have is The Ministry of Time. A lot of like darker covers. This one is kind of, I think, a little bit sci-fi because there's time travel. We will put this one down here as well since it's a hardcover. And I think that's it for my hardcovers. I'm not honestly the biggest hardcover fan. I like it a lot for fantasy like series. I think it's nice to have the hardcovers, but for romances and stuff, I definitely prefer having paperbacks. I think the other like chunkiest books that I have are Magnolia Park's Into the Dark. So I still have not read the 5th and final Magnolia Parks book. This is really like the 3rd Magnolia Parks, but it's the 5th in the Magnolia Parks universe. I just am like not ready for it to be over, so I've been putting this one off, but I feel like it's gonna have to happen soon because I can't wait that much longer. So we will see, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on the bottom for now as well. Next for the bottom shelf, I think I'm gonna do Kristen Hanna Firefly Lane. I also really want to read this one soon. It's kind of at the top of my TBR, so I feel like it's kind of funny that I'm putting a lot of books that are on the top of my TBR on the bottom shelf because I'm sure I'm gonna move them. But this is a little bit of a chunkier one as well. I'm going to put that one down here. Okay, I think I'm gonna start building the other shelves and then we'll come back and see what else we want to put on this shelf. For now, I think on this middle shelf, I'm gonna build a cheesy romance shelf with just like all of the little paperback. We've got a lot. So I think what I'm gonna do is group these by author. So we've got 3 more books in the Chestnut Spring series. This is by Elsie Silver. Next up I have Powerless, and then after that it's Reckless and then Hopeless. So I'm actually gonna reorder these this way, but I really want to read Powerless soon, so I may even read that honestly before July's over. It may be one of my final books of July. Honestly, I might kind of keep this one out because I think I might read that next. I'm gonna go ahead and put Reckless and Hopeless on this middle shelf, and then next we'll go to Ali Hazelwood. So we've got Love on the Brain, Love Theoretically, and Bride. Except I feel like Bride could maybe go somewhere else, but I think for now I'm gonna put it here just since we're grouping by author. Next we're gonna group by author and do Sarah Adams. So I have The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams, When in Rome, and Practice Makes Perfect. I don't know what order these go in. I'm gonna check in the front to see the publishing date. This is the correct order, I think. So we'll go ahead and put these here next to Miss Ali Hazelwood. Okay, I think that's all of like the repeat authors for my TBR. Now it's just 1 book per author. So I'm gonna try to fill this out with some more romance. Also wanted to quickly share, I showed a bunch of these books in a book haul recently if you wanna check that out. So we'll do Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. We also have Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch. This is One to Watch by Kate Stamen London. We've got Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. I feel like there's room for 1 more and I have 2 more. I'm gonna do The Love of My Afterlife. Wait, let's see. I feel like they actually might both fit. Yes, they do. Yay! Okay, perfect. That's actually perfect. The rest of the books in my TBR are a little bit of everything. So I have 2 mystery thrillers. I have Lucy Foley's The Guest List, and then The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. I've heard really good things about both of these. Haven't read either of these authors, so want to get to those soon. I also have The Storied Life of A.J. Fickery by Gabrielle Zevin. This is the same author as Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. We've got A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which is a YA mystery thriller. So actually I'm gonna put that next to The Guest List so that all of the thrillers are together. We've got Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed. I've had this on my TBR for so long, you guys. I bought this actually in 2020 when I was trying to get back into reading. Didn't successfully do it in 2020, but I started this book and never finished it, and it was a good book. I just like wasn't in my reading era, but I'm having a really hard time. I've tried to restart it several times and I'm just struggling. So this one's been on my TBR for forever, but we'll put it up here. It's a pretty short book, so I'm like, I feel like I should be able to get through it. But we've got The House in the Cerulean Sea. This one I think is magical realism kind of, or maybe just magic, so kind of fantasy, but I'm just gonna put it up here for now. And then we also have Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver. I have read Butcher and Blackbird, so I'm excited to get to Leather and Lark hopefully soon. And then, like I said, I'm thinking of reading Powerless as my next read, so I was leaving that off, but for now I'll just set it up here because I feel like that one may be next. So that is the book cart, you guys. I'm so excited. I'm glad we got to kind of build it and set it up together. Now that the book cart is ready, I want to create a TBR jar and fill it with a bunch of book and reading prompts. So let's do that next. Okay, so for the TBR jar, I actually got this jar on Etsy. I just thought it was so cute and I wanted to support some small bookish sellers. I just thought it was adorable and would be really fun to use. But before I can use my TBR jar, I'm going to need to come up with some prompts to fill it up with. I'm gonna do some research and start brainstorming some prompts. So I did a bunch of research going through blogs and book websites and Pinterest to find book prompts, and then I typed them out and printed them. We have 100 different book prompts. So I don't know if all of these will fit into the jar, but we will try. I'm gonna read you guys all of the prompts that I have collected. A book with a person on the cover, a book with more than 1 person on the cover, a book you think you will rate 5 stars, a book you don't think will be 5 stars, a book with a number in the title, a book with a 1-word title, a book with a 3-word title, a book with a 5-word title. Use a random letter generator and pick a book that starts with that letter, a book set in a different continent, a book with a pretty cover, a book with an ugly cover, a book that is over 500 pages, a book that is under 300 pages, a book picked by a friend, a book picked by your significant other, a book picked by mom, an author you've never read, an author's debut novel, a book with a great first sentence, a book published this year, a book that already has a screen adaptation, a book that is going to have a screen adaptation, a book that has a place in the title, and a book in a series. So that's the first 25. Next we have a book you've had for a long time, a book that matches the current current season, a book you plan to binge, a book you've been avoiding, a book you've been putting off, a book with a question as the title, the highest rated book on your Goodreads TBR, the lowest rated book on your Goodreads TBR, a book that's out of your comfort zone, a book with an animal in it, a book released before you were born, a book with the color red on the cover, and then we just go through red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and pink. So a book with all the different colors on the cover. The first book in a series you want to start, a book with a map in the front, listen to an audiobook, a book with stars on the cover, a book with flowers on the cover, a book that takes place in the future, and a book with time travel. So that is 26 through 50. A book by multiple authors, a book set in a small town, a book you purchased recently, a book that's a standalone, a book that's an interconnected standalone, a book from Goodreads Choice Award, a book with cursive font on the cover, a book you bought because of booktube or book talk, enemies to lovers book, a sports romance, a book with a love triangle, a second chance romance, a book with forced proximity, a book you think will make you cry, a book with fake dating, a Kindle Unlimited romance, a Kindle Unlimited thriller, a Kindle Unlimited fantasy, a book with multiple timelines, a book title starting with the, a book with the word you in the title, reread one of your favorite books, a book with an even number of pages, a book with an odd number of pages, and a popular book that you haven't read yet. That is 51 through 75. And the last page, we have an intriguing, cool, or sweet dedication, a book written by an author you love, a book with a different colored spine, a book you're in the mood to read, a book where the main character is my age, a book that matches your outfit today, a book that matches your nails today, a book with a unique main character name, a book that's been on a previous TBR, a book written by a BIPOC author, a book with an academic setting, read the book with the most number of ratings on Goodreads, that's on my TBR, a young adult novel, a book with text messages in it, a book where the title is written in white on the cover, a lighthearted book, a book featuring a wedding, a Reese's book club pick, a book with magic, a new release, buy yourself a book from your wish list and read it, a book that one of your favorite booktubers loves, a book that you don't know anything about plot-wise, Instagram poll chooses, and a free pick. Those are all of the prompts that I came up with. Basically, the concept is that I will put all of the little prompts into the jar and then pull out however many prompts that I want to for that month. I can pull them out, select books that go with them, and then that will be my list of books that I am aiming to read that month. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these up so that we can put them in the jar. I'm gonna put on some music while we cut these up. Let's do this. Cutting up all of the prompts. I'm gonna get rid of these scraps and then we will fill up the jar. Okay, we're going to fold these up, put them in the jar. Let's do it. So here is our TBR jar, you guys. I'm so excited. It is all done. Here is our completed TBR jar. I'm so excited with how it turned out. I will link the jar from Etsy and the cart from Amazon in the description if you're interested in either. I really can't believe that 100 different prompts fit into this jar. It's kind of crazy and there's still room for more. So if you guys have any ideas for any prompts that I should add to the jar, just comment them down below and I'll definitely add them since I have room. As you can see, I've already reordered and reorganized the book cart, so I have a feeling I'm just going to be in a constant state of reorganization when it comes to the TBR cart, but I'm not mad about it. With all that being said, thank you for following along with me today as I created my new book cart and filled up my TBR jar. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm super excited to create some monthly TBR videos soon, so if you're excited for those, give this video a thumbs up. Over half of my viewers are not subscribed, which is a crime. If you're in that category, please subscribe down below so you don't miss a video from me. That will be all for today's video, and I'll see you in another one very soon. Bye guys!